Hey everybody, welcome back to Hidden Springs Homestead. Today we're going to kind of revisit our chicks because it's been a couple of weeks. They're getting bigger, and so as they get bigger, we change some stuff up in our little brooder here. Let me show you this. So as you saw in the first video, we started out with something like this as a feeder. Now, as they get bigger, I don't like using these because I have had it before where they get stuck. They get their little head stuck in these little holes. And so I only use these for like the first couple of week and a half, and then we transition to something else. So this is a little bit different. It's more of a what you see in for larger full-grown chickens, but this is just a smaller version of it. And same waterer, but as you notice now, it's on a rock. And the reason for that is as these guys start to get a little bit bigger after about 2 or 3 weeks, well, actually about 2 weeks, you know, they're scratching around, they're doing their little chicken thing, but they're pushing all that bedding. All that bedding is going to end up in your water. And that's kind of a pain in the butt. So after they get a little bit taller and a little bit bigger, I put it up on a rock. You can kind of see just a random rock just to elevate that up a little bit higher so their water doesn't get as nasty as quick. Because otherwise, you're going to be scraping waterlogged shavings out of that thing multiple times a day. Now, like everything here on the farm, we use as much as we can multiple times. Now, this is just held up and tied to the roof up here with just a big knot, and that's just old baler twine. Baler twine is kind of like the duct tape of the rope world for farms and small homesteads. Just kind of like drywall screws are the duct tape of the screw world. Now, I like to handle our birds a little bit. Get them used to human contact. Easy. Now, this early, we're about, I'm not sure how many weeks we are actually, but we might be able to start seeing. So, alright, so I suspect this is a little rooster because I can kind of start seeing a little point where his spur is going to come out. I'm not sure if I can get that to show. So if you look at him, he's got a little point right there. And I think that's where his spur is going to come out. So I think this is going to be a little rooster. They're so fun at this age. But I'm going to put him back in with his friends. Just to be sure, I'm going to let him grow up a little bit bigger before we consider culling. And sometimes with these roosters, you might be able to find people that want the roosters, and they'll just take them off your hands, and they'll just raise them up a little bit more, and they'll just butcher them as meat birds later on. Now, that little spur mark, it's not always 100% telltale, so don't use that as your definite. Sometimes the hens will have that as well, just depending on the breed. But it's kind of how I look, just to kind of give a heads up early on as who might be roosters and who's not. But again, that's not chicken wide. So some hens will have that as well. But I'm going to quit harassing these guys and let them just kind of keep growing and get out of their hair. And that'll be it for this one, guys. Thank you for coming back. And as always, God bless you guys.